Many mothers are travelling from the border with no care whatsoever. They can get hospital care in Poland, but for their babies, they can't produce any milk. There's no nappies. Poland is also running out of supplies. So as much we can get, whatever we can get our hands on, we just need to get that. But thank you so much to everyone who came.
Can you tell us what's happening today?
So we are doing a protest today, or have done a protest today, with Ukrainian people, all over the world with Dundee nationalities. So we are doing it today because we want to show that we stand with Ukraine. We want to show solidarity, and we also wanted to collect as much donations as possible because we are sending them to the Polish-Ukrainian border to help any refugees and any army soldiers that need the resources.
We came here because his family live over there. My wife's Ukrainian, and just really help the people who's obviously they're being invaded by Russia just now, and just do what we can really to help.
I'm happy to see people who are standing up and they are trying their best, but it's also so emotional when I see just the mother and children go over the border alone. I saw a mom come with 3 kids. I saw a 14-year child cross the border alone. There are many volunteers who help, but every time I see it, I just want to cry. Honestly,
Okay, I'm Shona Robertson. I'm the member of the Scottish Parliament for Dundee City East, and I wanted to come here today to show my solidarity and that of the Scottish Government with the people of Ukraine, and to give them a message that we support them against Putin and his bullying tactics, that this isn't the Russian people, it's Putin and his power grab of another country's land, but also to say that we welcome refugees here who need to get out of Ukraine, women and children particularly, that they're welcome here and that they should be able to come here.
So I'm here today with John Alexander. Can you tell us why you decided to come today and help the people in Ukraine?
I think it's really important that we're all here showing solidarity with the people of Ukraine at their time of need. And it's, I've been watching the TV pictures, and it's absolutely abhorrent what's going on just now. I'm the leader of the council here in Dundee, and I want to make clear that the City of Dundee stands with the people of Ukraine, and anything that we can do to help them right now, we will do.
I saw you guys giving donation earlier. Why do you feel so concerned about Ukraine?
Because they're innocent civilians and they've got nothing. They've had to leave everything behind, and they've got wee babies and they've got wee children, and what have they done to warrant a war? So what we're saying is, Russia, get out of the Ukraine.
Many people have protested here today against war. I also say stop this war, but I want to argue it's not just a war against Putin's invasion, it's a war against NATO. I oppose the NATO escalation of this war, absolutely. Boris Johnson and Biden have been digging this up for weeks now to escalate this war, and I think that has not helped the situation at all. We need to oppose the war. We need to say get the Russian troops out of Ukraine. We need to say NATO, stop escalating this warfare. What's her name? Liz Truss on the television telling people, you can go for Britain and fight if you wish. And then Ben Wallace, the Defence Secretary, comes on and says that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because he's not going to send his family, and Liz Truss and the Tories are not going to send their families to fight in Ukraine. And I don't think that's the answer at all. It's not about going to war in Ukraine. It's about stopping this war immediately. Now.
So I'm really big on the belief that borders don't really exist, right? And the people of Ukraine have been attacked for something that's totally with their control, and it's tyranny, right? And I'm totally supporting them on their day-to-day survival, and I hope, and I'm really hopeful that good things can come from this. The world's come together against it. Even the Russian people have to put up with this as well. So really coming out and supporting Ukrainians who are put under this, and pray that they come out the better the other side as well.
What do you want to say to the people in Ukraine who are fighting right now?
We're all behind you. We just wish you a quick end to this escalation of, it's a tragedy, real tragedy. The world's behind you, and the sooner Putin learns that, the better.
And I would like to add that he shouldn't be threatening nuclear war, because that is absolutely despicable. How could he want to kill off the world?
Well, it wouldn't stop with Putin, would it? It would just escalate.
It would
if he tries
escalate.
that.
Yeah.
Just be strong. We're all with you. We're thinking about you. And I'm really thankful and really appreciate Ukraine, UK and Poland and all other countries who support and help Ukraine. My family in there and my sisters, my friends. Feel sorry for you guys and be strong.
Stay strong. The whole world has come up behind you. We stand behind you. We support you. Anything you need, get it through the outlets. People are donating. I've donated myself. I'm a student. I've not got much money, but we're standing by you. We'll support you every step of the way, and stay strong. And show that Ukrainian fight that everyone knows you have.
Why do you think so many people came to the events today?
Honestly, I'm not sure. We only started advertising it yesterday, but we were surprised ourselves because on the Facebook event page it only said that 40 people were going and there was 30 people that were interested, but obviously there was a lot more than that today, and it just made me really happy. I don't know whether it was just people walking by that thought, I'm gonna join, but obviously there was a lot of people with signs, so I'm just glad that many people are showing support for Ukraine.
Do you want to say something to the people in Dundee who came to the events today?
I'm really grateful for everyone that's come to the protest today. I really didn't think that many people would show up. Obviously, it's really talked about in the news, so a lot of people know about it. It's really easy when something doesn't affect you personally. It's really easy to just not really be affected by it. You may look at it, feel bad about it, and then you just go on with your day because it doesn't really affect you. But the fact that so many people show up really makes me happy because they care, and I'm really, really grateful to everyone who showed up today.
So is the borders going to be open for the Ukrainian people to come in Scotland?
Well, my view is that we should allow Ukrainians to come in the same way as Poland and Ireland have, and that we sort out the paperwork after. There shouldn't be arguments about, who has relatives here or status. If people need to get out of a war situation, they should be able to get out. And that's my view. And I think the UK government just needs to get on with removing the red tape and basically helping people who are in desperate need.
I've already said last week, and I've been in touch with senior officers of the council, if the UK government and the Home Office relax the rules around Ukrainian refugees coming to this country, then Dundee stands ready to support them, to bring them into our homes, to house them, just as we've done with Syrian refugees and Afghan refugees. Dundee has a long track record and history of supporting people affected by war, and that will not change. We will absolutely be there in their time of need. What we need now is the UK office and the Home Office to get their finger out and to deliver on their promises and what they've said to the Ukrainian people who are affected by war.
Me personally, I'd like to go over there and fight, which I can't because I've got young children, and I just feel it's all you can really do just now.
Is there anything you would like to say to the people in Ukraine right now?
Yeah, kick his ass.
Thank you.
Kick his ass, and hopefully we get some support. And I'd like to see the military go in and support them.
You feel very emotional. I can see that in your eyes. Very emotional about how is that so?
I'm ex-military, and to be honest with you, I think he needs to be met with aggression. He doesn't care about money. He has everything. He doesn't need anything else. So you can't take anything off him other than his life. So,
if you could say something to the people in Ukraine who are fighting or hiding right now from the war, what would you say to them?
Well, we're with you, we support you, we stand with Ukraine, and we admire you and we're inspired by you, but we also need to support you. It's tough, it's a tough army that they're facing, but the international community needs to speak with one voice, and I think Putin's feeling the pressure. We need to keep that pressure up.
And do you want to say something to the people in Ukraine right now who are hiding from the war or are fighting through this?
Can I speak in Ukrainian? Друзі, тримайте себе. Я за вас молюсь. Я дуже надію, що ви зможете вижити це. І це не в перший раз, коли нас Путін приходив в країну і він проблеми в Україні починав, і ми вже це роками з цим живемо, і ми ніколи не думали, що це так погано станеться, але тримайтесь, бо Україна завжди про все вижила. І наш гімн національний України, він сам каже всю нашу історію. І в історії ми могли вижити, і ми сьогодні теж вижимо. І я дуже дякую і молюсь за всіх в армії, які служать нашій країні. Слава Україні!
Thank you.
Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, all these countries in the Middle East. When we think about it here in Dundee and in Britain, when we talk about stopping war, you know, this particular war now in Ukraine, the fact of the matter is that these wars for a lot of people have seemed distant, long way away. And it's, you know, they're now arguing that because it's in Europe, it's important. Well, the wars that happened in all these other countries in the Middle East are also important to oppose, important to stop. And I think it's absolutely vital that we have no more wars like we did in Afghanistan, no more waste of money like we did in Iraq, no more bombing, no more killing. People want an end to this. And my view is quite simple. The main enemy is not, as far as I'm concerned, sitting in Russia. Putin is an enemy, but my main enemy is the Tory government in Britain and getting rid of the capitalist class that want to exploit us.
In our younger days, this was a great socialist city.
It was.
Yeah, there would always be support for anything like this. Yeah,
we had a lot of industrial areas like Timex cash. Everybody poured out, but we also had some not good employers in the early days, like the jute industry, and then somewhere along the line it got a wee bit better. But people have always been a wee bit.
People have always cared in Dundee. They've always cared, and I hope they support the cause today.
We're trade unionists.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
We've got, you know, hundreds of years of history of being warm, international, outward looking, and that's what it's about fundamentally. We're not looking just at the people of Dundee. We want to play an active part in making the world a better place, and Dundee can have a role. We might be a small fish in a big pond, but we can have a role in supporting people who are less fortunate than ourselves. And right now the people of Ukraine need our help, and we are here ready to support them in any way that we can.
I think this was organised at very last minute, and the turnout has been amazing, and that's been the same in towns and cities across Scotland, across Europe, and I think people just feel, and because of social media, they feel really close to it. They can see the stories, see the pictures, they can relate to this happening somewhere so close to us in Europe, and I think people are really, really scared and want to stand with the people of Ukraine to say, well, we're not going to lie down to bullies.